Hi everyone, I'm just at the end of the week now. It's been a pretty tiring week, as it always is, and hopefully some of you made profit this week. I made a nice profit, about 50% more than my sort of target for the week, which is pretty good. And I just, going into the weekend, I just wanted to do a video. I'm just going to recap all of the days, Monday to Friday, with the basic rules. And now I know I've been sort of showing a lot of variations recently, and I think that might be throwing a few people off, but it's really important that I put it out there, because long term this is about a trial and error, and it's not just about the strategy. It's about having the confidence that you can perhaps make changes to the rules and still be successful. And I think that's great long term, but in the short term it can throw people off a little bit, and they start questioning their own particular rules. So I just I just want to kind of run through the week and as much as possible when doing it like this. I just want to show how you can sort of do away with all of that questioning about NFP and whether you should have a break because you've had a losing day, etc., and kind of get back to the core concept of setting some rules and then trading the period, getting to the end of the period, and then assessing and making your decisions. And I think a lot of people are making sort of decisions in the middle of the process, based on how they've performed the day before. And like I said, I think showing some variations is perhaps not helping that. So let's have a little run through the price action last week. So I'm just going to start trading from the first candle after the end of my Asian session, and then I'm just going to trade the high lows and the reversals, and I'm going to stack those trades as well. Okay, so if we go to Monday first, right, we can see here in we start in Monday and we have this breakout long here with our stop below. Okay, and so now we're in a long position and we're looking for a short trade. Okay, so we make a high here and we set up for the short, but we don't trigger. Okay, and then the next attempt to go short is here. Okay, and we put our stop over the high. Now obviously you can use the candle's high, or you may prefer to use the high of the day. Okay, so now we're in one short here and one long hedged. Okay, and then price reverses again, so that here's your opportunity to stack a second long. Okay, stack a second long, your short stops out, and then price breaks up, and we do not have another short set up now until the end of the day here. Okay, obviously this is a decent move. This is a great opportunity to close out your two longs. Okay, so that was Monday, and as you'll probably agree, a nice day trading. Okay, and now we get to the Tuesday, where everyone had a lot of difficulty and probably threw them off on the Wednesday. So here's the start of our London trading session. If you take the first breakout here, you're short, and then we have a low set up long. Okay, so now we're hedged. Okay, and we've gone long and we're looking for a short now. And then we make a new high, close down, and we take a short. Our first trade has stopped out, and now we're in this hedge. Okay, then we're looking for a long breakout. We have one here, and that stops out on the very next bar. Okay, so we still have our high low hedge, and we're looking for someone to make a really bad timed phone call. Okay, so here we turn long and break out again. So now we're stacked 2 longs and 1 short. Okay, and that runs through to the end of the day. Okay, so next day we have a high, we break out low, and now we have 2 longs, this one here and this one here, and we have 2 shorts. And then we reverse again. Here's our low entry, so we take our long here, our 2 shorts stop out, okay, and then price breaks up here, and here's our next short here, and obviously great opportunity to close out your 3 longs. So, you know, although this was a tricky day, if you'd held them for the breakout and the opposing high or opposing low, if they were shorts, this worked out okay in the end. If we took this short here, then price reversed again, so you had an opportunity to take a reverse trade. Okay, your short stopped out, and then we have a short set up here. Okay, so you would have ended the day with a small hedge at the top here. Let's just move on again to yesterday, which was a difficult day for everyone. So we have this long from here and this short hedge, and we start in the morning, we break out, and we have this long here, and then price reverses and we have this short here. So this stops out, and your hedge here was stopped out as well. Okay, and now we have this hedge, and our long stops out on this spike down, and then this was the next trade here, so we're in a hedge again. Then you have this reversal trade, so now we're 2 short and 1 long, and then we reverse again, and we're 2 long and 2 short, and then we reverse again. Okay, so we end the day with 3 shorts, this one here, this one here, and this one here, and 2 longs, this one and this one. Price breaks down in the morning. Here's our first long trade from the low. You can see our 2 longs have stopped out, and here's your opportunity to close out these 2 for profit, and this one as well as a break even. Okay, so you had a losing day here, you would have given some profit back. And then so here's our trade this morning, long, and then we had the NFP news release, price reversed off there, and there was your short. Okay, so even if you traded the NFP today, you would have had 1 loss, and this trade is just going into profit now. So you can see there, I mean, I just ran through the week, and I wasn't using, you know, obviously I'm looking from a back testing point of view, but you can see that you don't need to kind of be thinking about what happened yesterday and whether there were any losses. Really, you just kind of need to keep trading and take the entries, okay, and then manage the profit and your risk as you go. And I think, you know, a lot of people are you know, getting too caught up in trying to, you know, think what's going to happen next, and basing that on what has occurred and news releases, etc. And I think long term you will be more consistent if you kind of do away with a lot of those biases. And you know, I know it's difficult because you know, trading this way, you're often going to you know, win 500 pips and give 300 pips back, or win 300 pips and give 220 back. And the idea of you know, at some points being 200 up and then ending the week with just 80 can feel disappointing. But if you do those small wins week in, week out consistently, then you're going to make enough profit there to make a decent income from trading. But what you will learn to do away with is all of that agonizing during the week about what you should be doing next, and really you just kind of need to focus on sticking to the process through the week and until you finish trading for the week. Hopefully that helped everyone. Have a good weekend, and I'll be back next week. I'll be trading a bit more of the sort of traditional high-low next week. It's really nice to show you those variations and that you can tweak it, but I think it's going to be more beneficial, especially for the newer members, just to show some more the simpler way of trading my system. So like I said, have a good weekend. Leave me some comments, please, and I will see you all on Monday.